Solo Leveling, Episode 4. I gotta get stronger. So, yep, I'm gonna talk about it. All right, Solo Leveling, Episode 4. We are picking up where he left off, where he was finally going into like a personal dungeon for him to kind of figure out what's going on and kind of assess his new powers. And it picks right up with the steel fang lichen that's left over. We actually get a name for it because it's got the whole little jaw piece kind of going on, like Axe Hand Morgan. So, with that being said, he started assessing his abilities and trying to fight this thing. And I kind of wanted to see where he's going to go with it, but he's discovering more about how his abilities work. When he actually manages to kill one, he got a few more points than when he was just doing training. So that's like a big thing here. So the more training you do, it doesn't really change how many points you get. So he's still kind of running those 3 points that he'll get to put wherever he needs to put. But when you actually level up in a fight, you get 5 points. So it's definitely a good, like, good increase for him to be able to kind of level up faster, which means he's going to have to fight more, which means we're going to get to see a whole lot more fights and not just training montages. Very happy about that. Absolutely ecstatic. But we still didn't know what the boss was for this dungeon, so he ends up taking out those little 3 goblins and like a crap ton of steel fang lichens. Like, he is scrapping with these dudes. You think about it, everything's kind of like a video game. So it's like you got them, they're red because they're a higher difficulty and you may not be able to kill them if they don't have the death symbol, which means no, you can't kill it. But red means it's higher level, but you can still kind of take it out. So eventually he keeps fighting and fighting until they actually start turning white, which means now he's on the same level or higher than them. So his progress, I don't know how fast they're going to do his progress throughout the show, but with video games, it's always faster to level up in the beginning and you start slowing down towards the end. So I kind of think that's where it's going with this one. Again, we'll see. But he ends up collecting some stuff. He actually, instead of kind of having to loot through the bodies to find stuff, he actually has like an inventory box where he's kind of pulling everything out of. So he's able to find some of the lichen fangs and sell them, I think, for like 20 gold a piece. And he got like 50 of them. Thing is, we don't know how this gold equates to anything, and he does have access to a shop that he can't buy anything out of yet. So there could be some really cool stuff in that shop, the armor, weapons, level up abilities, whatever the case may be. But also his gold, he's trying to get money for his family. So does his gold equate to real money at some point, or whatever currency that they're using? I don't know, but that'll probably help his family out a lot if that's the case. So we kind of see. Eventually he's going to encounter the boss fight, which happens to be the king of the swamp, which is this big blue venomous snake. It's just running around and it's throwing him for a loop. And he already kind of got a taste of the strength points that he put in earlier and what they did for him, because he was able to start like throwing hands with the lichen. So that was pretty funny. He was just kind of scrapping the thing. But the fact is that, he ended up pulling a sword out of his inventory, which is great for him to have, because again, he kind of had those little, weak daggers and stuff. But pulling a sword out of his inventory that he didn't know how he got there, which he probably got through training or like training rewards, because he got rewards for other stuff. He's able to use that to defeat a lot of them. But once the thing snapped, he just had to kind of figure out what he needed to do. And again, that's when that raw strength that he had, that's when they came into play, because he got more level up ability points and he put them where he needs to. But now this man is going toe to toe with the snake and determined, like, no, I'm not going to die here. And he chokes out this snake. This thing's, compared to him, this thing's got to be at least like, 30, 40 feet long and wide enough around to where he can't get his arms around it. You probably need 3 of him holding hands to get his arm around the thing. But he managed to grab this thing by the throat. It's a snake, so like the whole thing's a throat. I don't know. But either way, he squeezed the ever-loving crap out of it and snapped it. Like, that was just, completely awesome. Like, I love how he's figuring that stuff out, and he's not afraid to get down in there. Like, he actually just choked it out. So that was great. That was actually the boss of the level, so he didn't have to worry about trying to find a teleportation stone. Even though he did find one, he didn't have to worry about it too much. So he got the teleportation stone, already. Didn't need to use it. That may be able to stay in his inventory, or if it's a time release thing, or like it expires after a certain amount of time. We don't know yet, but that's something he was wondering. But he was able to get out of there, and he got out of there with some good loot. He actually got a dagger, which is a nice little fancy dagger. Think about Kratos's Chaos Blade, so it looks something like that. So it's called a Venom Fang, and it's got the ability for plus 25 attack. It's got a chance of paralysis, and it's got a drain HP. It's like 1% per second. So I guess if he gets a good critical hit or something like that, then if he's fighting something that has 100 HP, then after 100 seconds it'll drain it down. But again, I don't know what the life scale looks like in this game as far as how he sees it. So HP could be anything. 100 might not be the max on scale. It could be 30,000 HP, and you got a 1 point tick at it, then you're gonna have to do some work. You're gonna have to figure it out. But got that, and he got some venom poison, which and the thing, the weapon is like a C rank. The venom poison is like an A rank. Some of the stuff on it, he wasn't too excited to use because like, I don't know about that. It looks dangerous. But either way, he got some good stuff, and he's able to complete the dungeon, and now he's back out. So he's ready to go and kind of, see what else his abilities can do at some point. But he's like, I need to get some rest and kind of go from there. As soon as he's out, though, guard ends up finding him. He's like, hey, yo, there's something going on this way, which we actually saw Lee Juhee, who we weren't sure if she's going to do anything because she got the call and she's still shaking up about another kind of gate opening, and she didn't go. But now that we actually have a dungeon break, they need healers. So it was close by. She got the call, so she headed over that way. But again, she's still shaking up. She can't kind of get it. So she's got to try to heal, and she keeps faltering it. She's having flashbacks. It's trauma. So she got PTSD from the last dungeon she was in. But we, our hero is here, and he is like, yo, I'm shaking up too, but I got over it. I got to figure this out and make something happen. And he sees he's able to calculate everybody. He's like, okay, I got this many D ranks, this many E ranks. They can't get it done. One of them's a tank, so he's not doing any damage. He's just trying to hold it back. He's like, what can I do to help? And he's assessing all this stuff, like calm and collected. Is really great. Just calm and collected. And he just powers up, real quick, like a little bit of and throws the broken sword and just one shots this dude's shield, breaks it, and then the other guys were able to take it down real quick. And they're like, oh my God, what happened? Like, what's up? But he just kind of had a cool little look about him, just kind of walked off like, yeah, I'm good. Didn't think it'd snap in one hit, but cool, whatever. So his confidence is getting up there, and he's getting more cocky. I won't say cocky. He's more self-aware about, his abilities, and he's not afraid anymore. So we're getting character development, not only through the game portion of it, but actually him, like he's starting to understand and he's recognized what's going on. Because in the beginning, again, he's just like, I'm scared. What do I do? Is this how I'm going to die? And now he's more, hey, got to assess the situation, figure it out, and we got to figure out how to get stuff done. I am loving this show. This episode was a solid one. Again, for more exposition, more getting him kind of ready to go, and hopefully he made that the point of these group of hunters were kind of put together ragtag, so they weren't really working together. So are we going to see him build a team and put together a team with Juhee as maybe his healer and finding a couple other ones and stuff like that? Again, you're finding a tank, finding another DPS and stuff like that. You think about how some games were like Final Fantasy 14, you run 2 DPS, a tank, and a healer. It's like, all right, cool, we're good. So I'm assuming he's probably going to put together some type of team at some point, and then they're really going to get after it and start kind of handling business. Like they're going to get the calls like, yo, we need that team right there because they on point. I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going on. So episode next week is going to be a pretty good deal. Don't know what that in terms, but maybe he's going to get like a hunter contract or something like that actually pays him a bit more, or he's going to team up with Juhee, and it's a pretty good deal for her, so she doesn't have to be scared anymore. I don't know. It can mean a couple different things. But either way, appreciate you being here, be tuning in. Make sure you hit that lovely red subscribe button on your way out. Drop a comment, talk to me, tell me what you think, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.